are officially live.
We are live. I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm hype. How much time we got? 4 minutes. We need to we need to talk
4
about
minutes.
it. Yeah, it started at 9 o'clock, right?
I thought so. I mean, look it up. It might start now.
What you mean? You should have done your research before this. It starts at 9. I'm pretty sure it starts at 9 o'clock.
You have your phone in your hand.
Text. Apparently, Kim Jong-un and Trump are meeting right now. We promised not to be political. We're going to do less political stuff. So, this is not a political channel. So, I got my Wonder Woman crown on tonight. This one's for you, Harley. I dedicate this evening to Harley. This could end in...
Not Quinn.
Harley's my daughter. For y'all that don't know.
Nah, he just really, really loves Harley Quinn.
I thought you would say I'm a huge fan of him. We'll discuss my daughter's name. It was an appropriate name. What's going on? We got this. It's just like, yo. So what are we hoping to see this evening? What do we know we're gonna see this evening? Is the Sony Press Conference. We should see more VR. I would assume we're gonna see more VR. If I were Sony, like honestly, I sunk money into VR. I'm not gonna give up this easily. I have plenty of money. I'm
literally
Sony.
Every time they put out a press conference since they announced VR, there has been just a slew of just VR games,
but not good ones, which
exactly.
is the issue. Which is the good. Well, okay, let's stop. If you just wanted to get, if you have the extra $400 to spend, I'm not mad at it. Go buy you a VR system. Go buy the 80,000 different version of Skyrim.
What's going on? Something's happening.
Okay, wait, we're live. The sound.
I know. Hold on. Damn it! It's a touchscreen. What the fuck's happening? What are they, minions? Oh, the fucking little robots from this play stream shit. Oh, damn it.
Oh, the media showcase will begin shortly.
I thought so.
So y'all, like it's gonna be freaking amazing. I apologize. I'm gonna be on my phone. You can definitely follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm the Knights Hero. THENIGHTSHERO. The Knights Hero. Follow me. I love to hear from you guys. Instagram. Follow Binge Play. Binge Play TV. This is, of course, BPTV streams. And if you're watching this at any point, whether it be live now or you're watching this later on, like, Binge Play TV, BPTV streams is our second channel. That's where you'll see
live events.
We'll definitely stream live on here. Me and Ant are thinking about, I'm thinking about just beating Ant, like, badly in video games in front of the whole world. So you'll see that soon. And you're not good at Madden, bro.
You're not good at Madden.
I'm excellent at Madden. I'm a football genius, actually. And I'm going to play with the Eagles. But I'm going to play with the Eagles not because they're the greatest team in the game, which
automatically negates me playing with my favorite team, which is the Giants.
Whatever. You need to stop.
That's why he's always beating me. I play with the Giants all the time. The fucking Giants get short end of the stick. Man, they need to really put Odell. They had Odell in there at 83 at one point, bro. Like, come on, son.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's
no, that's bullshit.
I was just talking to my mom and she was asking me, "Do you curse on live stream?" I'm like, "Yes," but not that much.
I mean, when I get excited, I guess.
Okay, so we got these two things dancing around. PlayStation knows their role. They know what they're doing, bro. They know it. They have
stuff and things.
Well, I mean,
wait, there you have started. We've already spoken.
Hey guys. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And thank you for making the time tonight to come to church. This fulfills your obligation for the coming Sunday, for those of you who need to know that.
We get sacrilegious early.
It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent. And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman, this doesn't end that way. It doesn't end that way. So, but no, again, thank you. And as you can see from this evening, here again at PlayStation, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year. We look at what the stories have we tell and the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide. And that changes our design ideas around what we can do for this show. So tonight, we're going to have, rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before, but we're going to talk about them in a different way tonight, a deeper way, so you can learn about what's going on with these games and what's coming up in the future. You know, what we look at here at Worldwide Studios with inside Sony Interactive Entertainment, we really want to take our love for gaming and make it sing very loudly. It's a gaming industry, it's sometimes called, but certainly inside our studios, we see gaming as a vocation. It's a calling. It's what we do. It's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation. This coming year is going to be all about those kind of games that we can deliver to you in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So without further ado, it is my great honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage and introduce to you Gustavo Santorea.
So majestic.
Sounds Red Dead-ish.
That is something Cowboys used to do. Play banjo.
That's definitely accurate.
Come on now, Microsoft, they don't know how to put on a show, bro. They don't know how to do it, bro.
They are still a little brother after all. Sony was like, remember your place. Remember who you are. Just watching a nigga play banjo and captivated. That was Sony E3 2018, ladies and gentlemen. I've won for a year. Sony killed it, son. Sony was like, remember your place. This guy.
Talking to the fan.
Remix. I've been playing the banjo for like 4 bars and they can go in.
Jay-Z about to come out. Beyonce gonna be wearing a thong.
What you want me to do? I'm sorry.
Beyonce wore a thong.
I'm sure she's wore a thong.
I know that she was wearing a thong next to Jay-Z and that ruined the whole thing, but she wearing a thong and that changed my whole life. It was
She's
amazing.
a woman who exists in the real world. I'm sure this is not her first or last
I
thong.
never saw it before until today. She changed my whole life. So that was a nigga playing the banjo. Oh, well, it wasn't a nigga.
Wait. Maybe they're announcing Banjo Kazooie.
Read that. You gotta start off big.
Went out one night to make a little round. I met little Sadie
No, you
and I
don't.
shot her down. Went back home, jumped in
This
the bed.
is
44
the greatest game of all time. Can you guess? Can you guess?
I woke up in the morning
Actually not.
at last
It looks like they're in the same room.
Yeah, I think I was. She was gonna be a big
Take a little
match.
signature.
What is it?
I began to
Have you
think
ever heard of Joel and Ellie?
Joel and Ellie.
It's a very great game. Some might say they were the last of them.
The what? The Last of Us? Okay. Alright, let's go. Oh, so we're gonna see that what we're about to see is some zombies break out.
Yeah, I doubt this is the last of us. She was just saying shit. But no, doesn't mean the last one.
Tell me about it.
So you guessed the Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Old man was it they didn't do that.
What happened?
I just got
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved it gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's but not quite the show.
I gave you guys 2 weeks to get back together.
Not gonna happen. She said something to
Make it 1 week. Ellie! Hey! What took you so long? Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Dina.
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. You're such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you.
Are they gay?
How bad do I smell?
Good for them.
You said that gay?
Like a
Because they're really close in an intimate setting
Oh.
with dim lights
Okay.
and banjo
They
music.
clearly have some sort of attraction to each other. Look at those facial expressions
Gross.
and everything like that.
They've already started syncing their movements. I'm breaking down the psychology of this.
Because, I mean, I don't know, whatever. Because gay stuff in video games, there's nothing.
Every guy in this room is staring at you right now.
Nah, don't, don't do it.
The
I want no problems.
What are you talking about, bro?
You know what I'm talking about. Nothing. Let's talk about something.
Nigga, you wearing a fucking tiara.
Maybe they're jealous of you.
This fucking guy. Who man's is this?
Just a girl. Not a threat. Oh, Ellie. I think they should be terrified of you.
So many people. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Why are we talking about the fact that they're gay and not more about the fact this is The Last of Us 2? And shh.
Is that her that she?
That's all.
No, I mean,
Just killing zombies. Or not zombies.
oh, I was
a
wondering if that was a girlfriend that she was.
No, nigga, no.
I don't know. Somebody turned into a zombie.
Shooting hunting parties. Whatever the fuck they do. But shh. It's the part that people want to see.
Some guy.
That nigga hanging.
They unrested this shit. What is freezing? Holy shit!
Oh, this is that scene from a different angle.
Jesus.
Makes sense.
Spread out.
Oh shit, this is amazing.
The game looks outstanding.
It's got parkour now, too.
She went into the grass. Watch yourself.
Outstanding.
Ethan.
What?
Wolf. She came through here. Damn it. Double back. Go.
You saw the scene from a different angle because I want to say
That part at the fire pit. Where they hung the guy and cut him. Lined up, so we start spraying.
I wonder if someone's playing this live or if they are. Yeah.
He got 6 arrows in him. 6 arrows in him. I don't think he got a choice.
I mean, that's so realistic, though. Can you do that to every enemy? Because, like, we've seen, like, okay, your health meter drops, and then, like...
And then you're down.
But this guy, like, that's
His
super
adrenaline.
realistic. Like, he slowed down and was like, oh, I'm almost there. Like, or was that just a story cutscene?
That's the gameplay.
That's amazingly realistic if that's the gameplay.
Should be terrified.
Did you play the first Last of Us?
I played it, but I don't think I ever beat it.
Oh, my nigga, you're missing out. I guess that explains why it looks like that. Our Lord and Savior speaks.
Yeah, they got real sacrilegious. We don't want to clap too much.
That was a new look at The Last of Us Part 2. We're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation E3 Showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation Showcase. And it's going to be a huge night for Worldwide Studios a little later when the showcase resumes. And
the game
what better
Last of
guest
Us
to have
looks
for joining us about Worldwide Studios than the chairman of Worldwide Studios, Mr. Sean Layden. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage.
this
How did
is
you get
the
up here so
showcase.
fast?
We created this pneumatic
Yeah,
tube
but-
that I was dropped into
this is
and
the
shot
actual
right
PlayStation
across to the
showcase. They're
studio
doing
here.
it differently.
Right over here.
This
Well, it's
is
good to
how
have
they
you
do
here.
Well, it's great to be here, and I think that was a very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2 here
Yeah.
just for a moment. You know, as chairman of Worldwide Studios, you work very closely with Naughty Dog. These guys need no introduction.
Indeed.
And I'm curious, from your perspective, where is their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at? I mean, they are everywhere. They're looking at what can do in the next iteration of the Last of Us series, and I think what we saw tonight, I mean, that piece of content was so impactful. I mean, the whole relationship between Ellie and Dina going into the combat sequence really shows that they're pulling out all the stops over at Naughty Dog, and they're going to have a very broad and ranging game that's not going to make you only work at it as a player, but you're going to have to just think as a person what you're coming up against.
And I can't wait to see more of that, and that was first gameplay we saw there of The Last of Us Part 2, looking obviously incredible. And speaking of incredible, I mean, Worldwide Studios lately, I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Horizon, you had God of War, which needs no introduction, and Detroit Become Human. I mean, what is the secret, and what are you doing over there at Worldwide Studios? What's going on there?
The rule number one is do no harm, right? Right. In a lot of ways, my job is just to move the boulders out of the road to make sure that creative talent can get where they need to go. You know, provide backup, provide scope. You know, provide generalized, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But honestly, we've got 13 studios worldwide. We try to give them as much creative control as possible and just help support them through to their vision. That's kind of what we've been trying to do here for the last dozen years or so with Worldwide Studios. I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
That's great to hear that. And, I mean, speaking about making fans happy, I mean, I think there's a question that I've been getting a whole lot, and it has to do with God of War. You know, it's a celebrated game. It's sold extremely well. It has a huge legion of fans. And one of the things I wanted to mention was, I get a lot of tweets about New Game Plus. You know, is this something that you and Santa Monica Studio are evaluating for God of War?
You know, it's crazy. With the advent of social media, we get a lot of real-time feedback from the fans and the community. We listen to that. And God knows my Twitter feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that we can talk about here or not talk about at all. But it's all important. We take it all seriously. And New Game Plus is something that came through really strong, really hard through that kind of feedback loop. And I'm happy to say today that the teams are working on it, and we should have some more updates on that. We'll put that through the blog, but it's going to happen.
All right.
Definitely.
As someone who miraculously finished God of War with a 2-year-old at home, that makes me very happy. I will somehow find more
scary,
time.
But okay.
I will find time to get. He wasn't watching.
Okay, thank God.
I want to confirm that.
Kids don't try this at home.
Asleep. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean. And it's great to hear that you and the amazing team at Santa Monica Studio are making that happen.
Hey, if we can create functionality and features that allow people to spend more time in the worlds we build, that's by definition a good thing.
Excellent.
Fantastic. So New Game Plus, that is confirmed. That is coming to God of War. We'll have full details on PlayStation Blog shortly. We have a lot more to talk about too.
Yeah, and actually, Sean, I wanted to ask you about that. About a month ago, you did something a little bit out of the ordinary for our team, and you kind of came out and talked about the 4 main games that we would be highlighting tonight's PlayStation Showcase. I was wondering what the thought process was there.
Well, you know, every year we try to let the stories we have to tell design the experience we're going to create. And this year we felt that what we really wanted to do is take people on a journey deep into the content, deep into the 4 big pillar games that we're working on right now, and get them to see a bit more about the stories we're trying to tell and the way it's going to be expressed and what they get out of it. It's a really wide range of titles there, anything from The Last of Us 2, which you saw right now, through Death Stranding and Spider-Man and Ghost. So this year I wanted people to know that don't come here expecting to have some big flashy new idea come out or some big surprise come out. Come here and sit with us and walk with us as we get through to see the background stories and deep inside of the games we're working on.
Wonderful. And we do have a lot more coming from those Worldwide Studios games in the showcase later tonight. Do you have any personal games that you're most excited about?
Well, they're all fabulous, and I think the teams are really crushing it right across the board.
Fair enough.
But one thing I would say is there's one of the games that we're having out today that will be playable in 3 months. And available in stores, and that's our favorite web slinger.
Of course.
Spider-Man. So we're going to see a lot of that tonight, and I think the folks at home should be happy with what they're going to get.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
Sean, thank you so much for dropping by. Always a pleasure to trade notes with the chairman of Worldwide Studios.
It's great to see you guys. I'll head back to the pneumatic tube station, though.
All right, please do.
All right.
And
wear the helmet.
We do have a lot more in store coming up in just a few minutes as the E3 showcase continues. But in the meantime, we also have some other updates for you while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off with a look at the latest from the world of Call of Duty.
Black Ops is the one that has zombies. Powerful sniper bullet. It turned just like the movie wanted.
Get immediate access to Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Welcome back. We are having the PlayStation E3 showcase kicking off in just a few more minutes. We're in a short intermission period here, but we've got some good stuff to talk about. We've got some good friends as well.
Yeah.
Meredith Molinari and Ramon Russell. Welcome. What's happening? That's
good
right.
to have you guys back.
Yeah,
good to be back.
Friendly faces right before the showcase.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
So I say we keep this moving here, and when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that a bunch of remastered maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this October on launch day. But what we just learned here is that those maps, those classic maps, are coming to Black Ops 3 as well, for those who pre-order Black Ops 4 on PlayStation Store.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. But what if I don't own Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
Well, that's where it gets a little more interesting, my friend.
Oh.
So tonight, we are actually doing a surprise PlayStation Plus game drop, and that is going to be Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is coming to PlayStation Plus later tonight.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, very nice. This is why I love
okay,
E3
you know what?
because
Yeah,
not
cool.
only do we get to share
No, I think
awesome
I had
news
that
with
already.
our audience,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
PlayStation
that's
Plus
right.
subscribers get a little treat.
Get an extra
little tasty treat.
Right, little
Yeah.
little mid E3 supply drop for
Yeah,
you there.
there you go.
That was nice.
Perfect.
The low levels.
You know, we've been sharing a lot of good news. We got to share 5 really cool announcements last week when we did our
Yeah, but now
countdown,
it's
kind of
something free.
ramping up for tonight's big showcase.
That's right. We had the countdown to E3, and that was 5 game reveals and updates over the span of 5 days. A lot of great stuff
God,
announced.
what
Let's take a
sequel
quick
released
look
tonight
back
and
at the
free?
highlights.
Tetris. I can't wait to see.
Better than everything that might come out. New Tetris game.
You don't have to do that. Ah, yeah, this is gonna be. When is this? Does this have a release date yet? We saw that last year at E3.
Is this?
Just Death
I
Stranding.
have to figure out what happened. Okay, wake up, focus, remember. From the creators of free and flipping death.
Look like you've seen
Here comes a heartfelt story in VR.
But really, who are you?
Ghost Giants.
But there was a guy, like it
the
looked like he
Japanese
had a
guy.
baby or something like that. Was the trailer?
It's Death Stranding.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was
Welcome back. We're just a few minutes away from the E3 PlayStation Showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really So let's keep moving here. There was a lot of great stuff here. Oh, and we could see the crowd is seated. The people are about ready to go. This show's about to continue, about to move into the big event.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown stuff, but I do think that there's like
Probably
maybe
not
one
gonna
more
see
thing
that
we could
shit.
sneak in there before we cut our way to the showcase.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
think so?
let's squeeze it in. Let's squeeze
Let's
it in.
squeeze it in.
Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that so
What's
much.
it,
A lot. They
mess?
do. And we're going to take a first look at the next chapter right now.
Which chapter?
Destiny. Oh, okay. Destiny's a thing. Master K.
They get the undercover.
A lonesome star.
Yeah, we don't. There was a time where we couldn't wait to see what was
Bitter
going on.
sky.
Tonight is not that night.
Who ruined this?
Here's a chance for everyone else back.
We've always had interesting
In the night, just a couple victims of this pride. Am I strong enough to let things just die?
It's like, this is the end of Destiny. Like, man, you know what? We've been wildly successful. It's a sequel. Everybody died. Series over.
On the other
Robot that helped you out that she directed you to that first Vex mission. And the next time you see her is at the end of the game. She gives you the gun and then goes off into space to help somebody that we never see.
Why can't I
Is it
leave
about Cave?
well enough for
With that guy with the purple hair?
No, it was the girl. I forgot her name. Like you first see her go into the
You know what I'm
That was
going to
a
have to
powerful
do?
new
I'm going to
look
have
at
to get Destiny
2. Forsaken is coming out
I'm gonna
September
have to get
4th on
Destiny
PS4.
2 and
A lot of
at
great
least know
enhancements
the
and
story. I don't
content
even
for
know
that
what
one. And
the first
Yeah,
one.
it looks,
talking about
looks
I need
really
to know
good.
what
There's a lot of
happened.
buzz about that Gambit mode coming up, and guess what? If you're at E3, you
Everybody
can
looks
play it.
dead to me. Like,
Not too bad.
But
Not too bad.
there's
Like
barely
they're
any
not
time
working
because we're
against,
about to get to the showcase.
That's
That
right.
was
We
the
are
guy.
really seconds
right.
away when it comes
Well,
down to it from the rest of
when you visit
PlayStation's
the
E3 showcase. Thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot more in store tonight. But for now,
think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get to it. We have so much more to cover.
Okay. Got a lot more in store. So let's check it out live right now.
Even more. That's what I'm talking about. That shit.
Tag been played or no?
Yeah, I was tag. Kill that shit. I'm inspired. Get in the studio.
To work on the, what is that? What kind of thing is that?
I don't even know. I don't even know if he was playing it right. Like, it's just so majestic. First, we start off with banjo. We got the Japanese water pipe. I don't know what the fuck they call that shit. Somebody tell me what they call that shit. Oh, wait. It's ridiculous.
They're doing an amazing job with the presentation today.
Temples close. I take my money now.
Nobu, come.
It's like the first time you ever rode a pony with the highway ponies. Or Haruni ponies, I should say.
they? Bastards! Enough! Was next samurai? Shoneg, Artsen kes Loddos Batsium! Niet voor kwijn minig!
Ooh. You made a mistake, sir. You made a grave mistake.
Tell your friends about me.
Fast, massive miscalculation.
I'm gonna let one of y'all live. So I can tell them other motherfuckers what's up.
You're done, sir.
Oh, you guys made the wrong choice.
Okay, he's got a shield.
Yep. This shit not available tonight.
Goodness.
Sony loses. Game all over. Got him.
Jin, you're late.
You're impatient. Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
We can take them.
No. Remember Sago Bridge? We strike quietly. They kill the monk.
I'll guard the exits. Just get that monk.
Thanks so much.
Please, I do not understand.
Who's next?
That was amazing. Oh yeah, you can get stabbed up through this screen, sir. It's a wrap for you.
I let you blow the horn.
It's your
so
fault because you were
combat.
standing there.
Called reinforcements. We have to move.
Yeah, he called for reinforcements. I let him. You should go tell everybody what you saw here today.
Masako!
Stand aside, Jin. You betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, Mongols win.
They already won.
You were my friend.
Give me.
Why do you want to fight?
Because she wants to kill that nigga. Because she wants to save them.
You gotta kill her.
No, but look how like.
I mean, it looks amazing. It's sad that he has to kill her.
The lead following in the background.
The game
sun
looks
setting. Fucking, you can see the clouds moving.
She's gonna get a.
She can't die.
She's gonna get the Valhalla.
Hear them coming?
Valhalla, nigga,
That's our enemy.
Doesn't matter, everybody. Asgard's a place.
You done? Can we move on with our lives now? Ghost of Tsushima. I want it even more now.
The oldest house is a shifting place. There are rules and rituals. You can keep traveling deeper. Psyops. Control. Watching.
Good tweet.
Hello? Anybody there?
I can't say.
Relax. Calm down. You can't be here. I'm putting you under arrest. Stay back, sir. I've got this. Officer, you need help? What are you doing? Get off. No.
Stop resisting.
Get off of me.
He's still resisting.
Probably have shot him or something. I don't know.
He's not black.
Oh.
That's
Hey!
Jesus Christ.
Money's in my account. Always pleasure.
Attention, all citizens. Due to the citywide outbreak.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate.
Yes, sir.
Whatever it takes to save the city.
You're not going to save the
Surprised
city.
you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction. Survival's your responsibility.
God damn it.
Will you help me?
Of course. It's an impressive display of strength. But we never meant for this to happen.
It's coming. It's coming back.
Oh, it's just a true secret. That's what I do too.
January and February, there are so many games coming out.
Man. I gotta save my money.
Quit all jobs.
You take out a small loan of $1 million.
From Squanch Games and the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy, and we're here at E3 to take some looks at this new game I'm going to show you right now. Trover Saves the Universe. Let's give it a look. Oh, whoa, there's some action platform stuff in this little piece of shit. I'm the bathtub guy. I'm always in my bathtub, but, you know, that's not about me right now. It's about this game. Whoa, look at that. That's exciting footage I just saw. Oh, I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm a cool cucumber over here playing this cool game. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy. Because this is a sci-fi based thing. Help! He's got electrocuted.
I'm not going to get it, but I'm fucking love it.
Is it free?
I love Rick and Morty.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Why are you so happy?
'Cause we get to be pirates again.
Yep, you always did like this world.
Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
Updating the graphics made this possible.
I was talking more about the fact that Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole engine that they were using to make this game, they probably would have to stick with the more cartoon-based sense.
So
upgrade the graphics so they can go and make live action as well.
And this, I was just thinking like this, all the things that they're gonna do can do with Disney now.
Yeah.
We can see the Avengers. I don't know if we'll see the this thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This isn't the last Kingdom Hearts game. So who says this isn't the last Kingdom Hearts game? Right? And I refuse to get a PSP, so stop making portable Kingdom Hearts.
You back in the organization?
Yes.
Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
I'm looking for a box.
Get them! Sora!
They have come for us.
Wait!
Oh no! Stop!
Farewell.
Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
Oh,
Please, go away.
And the Unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those children.
Yeah, and the whole time they were trashing our company in the process!
You're following her.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
Now, set your heart free.
And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
Hey, Axel.
Hey, like it a lot. Cut your hair, too.
ain't chilling my nigga Sora. Pretty cool.
January's finna be crazy. I know she can release sometime soon. So if I like pre-order it, I get the other two. So relief. What is this? What did you show me?
Death Stranding. This is a game we literally just talking about.
Oh, I didn't want to see that close. I don't know what that was.
Did you not see last year's E3?
Yeah.
Tears.
Nah.
I did. I remember watching it live.
So,
Oh, that was definitely.
you have dooms like me. What's your level?
No, it wasn't.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Want to come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
I can't help you with that. I'll make deliveries. That's all.
Shit, I was dying. Cool. I'm alive.
weird. What is this? Like, oh my goodness.
These things that can only heal when they attack whoever they heal.
Yourself. Those things never stay gone for long. The time flow fast forwards whatever it touches, but it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sandport Bridges.
Sam, what's your status? Beryllium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea.
Shut up, baby.
Release date?
A crypto bite a day keeps the time fall away.
Just saying something.
You're too late.
She just eat a fucking fetus.
Still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
secure, but I can't reach them over radio. Their comms must be down. What's your status?
Already here.
Spidey.
Yuri? I thought you said it was secure.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out!
I wish that your spark sense just went off.
Yuri!
Some training to do, kid.
Hold on! You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fireworks! Looks like we made parole, boys!
Electro,
Why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party. Everyone just quietly go back into your cells and lock the door behind you. Okay? Please? Fighter! Get him down here! Like fish in a barrel. Catastrophic event detected. That doesn't sound good. Oh, hi, Rhino. Hope you like surprise, Spider. Surprise? What is he talking about?
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I've put away in the last 8 years. No biggie.
Electro must be working for someone.
This is too good to be true.
Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business. Charge him! Don't let up!
Lost you for a second there. You okay?
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
I was just about to say, I was thinking that like for the past 10 minutes.
Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a chase. Gotta stop this guy.
Looks better.
You tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Can't stop it. But I'm flattered that you still try. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
Gotcha.
Vulture! Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun. Sorry, no time to talk.
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
This is nuts. Keep chasing. Party's almost over. How do you like my new suit? Dashing. Where'd you get it? It's an exclusive club. Remember, he said not to kill him. Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want to.
That's not the But to say, there's no, like, Spider-Man's a bad name, though. That's a bit much. He needs some help. Now's a good time for him. He's just going to be captured.
Fall off this bridge and get injured. Have to start from the beginning with learning his skills.
Somebody came to help him.
Oh man.
That's what would be my guess.
Mr. Stark.
They see.
I never forget myself, kid.
Madam Spider.
Martin Spatter did not come to save that nigga on the roof of prison, my nigga.
Ellie.
Ah, yes,
I think
more.
they should be terrified of you.
Do not hesitate.
Anything else, honestly, is a blessing.
I think this could have used 50 more games. Just when they started announcing hardware.
I'm ready for it now, like, because I've seen what you guys can do with some of this software when you get used to it. So, like, cool.
That was the PlayStation E3 showcase. A lot to take in. There was a ton of great Worldwide Studios titles. We actually got a little more to share here coming right up. We're going to have first live gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man right here, just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff to talk about, too. What a show.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Top highlights, go.
Oh,
There's no time.
Oh my goodness, Ghost of Tsushima looked absolutely incredible. That color palette was insane.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with samurai movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's just the embodiment.
I'm ready.
of
Sucker
that-
punch.
yeah.
Thank you.
Meredith.
Oh, Resident Evil 2. Come on,
Yeah.
RE2. That looked so good. I know a lot of us fans have been waiting for that one. And there was like a moment where you're like, I'm not really sure I know what this is. And then as soon as he turned his head, I was like, yes.
And you get that,
so good.
RE4 style over-the-shoulder camera action. That's kind of like the ultimate dream.
I
if
guess
they were
the
gonna
only
remake Resident Evil 2. That's what I would want.
downside I
So, awesome
don't like
stuff.
about this is
Nice
that
and
we
gory.
did not get a release date for
As
Death
Meredith said
Stranding.
backstage, Death Stranding. We now have more questions.
I mean, but
Yes,
more
wait,
questions.
more
But
questions.
it looks as if, I mean, I don't want to make any promises,
to me,
but
if
it
you
looks
don't
as
have
if
a
we were
release
getting
date,
kind of an
that
allusion
means
to a lot
that
of
you're
gameplay
not-
in there, and kind of
That
what
you
the
feel like
character
you're not
Sam is going to be
really
doing
close
in
to
this
releasing the game.
very
Not
unusual
necessarily.
world that is inhabited by some very
There's no
unusual
release
and
date
scary
for Death
things.
Stranding.
And people
We wanna know.
consume strange
There's
and
so
unusual.
many, but you know what? They're gonna either have to do it before
babies
January
continue to
rolls
be a
around,
theme.
Yeah, it
or
wasn't a mint.
in like
don't know what we're gonna
April or
find
March
out
or
there,
April,
but yeah.
So
because
a ton of great stuff in the show overall. I mean, Neo
Destiny,
2, that was a crowd
they showed
pleaser.
us
That was
a
one that
clip
was
for
great to
Destiny,
see
and
get
that's
out there. We
cool
got an
or
update on
whatever.
Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a lot of other great stuff.
Man,
We had
Ghost
a
of
new Remedy
Tsushima,
game.
I don't know,
Remedy
if Ghost of
Control,
Tsushima had a release date?
really
Yeah, that's
stylish
January, right?
trailer. Really looking to
Kingdom
just,
Hearts
I
is in
want to
January.
learn more about that one. I mean,
Resident
it just looks
Evil
like
is in January.
Wizards
And
and
what did we
like I
see
don't know what
yesterday? Was it February?
it was really
Anthem's in
stylish. I would
February.
expect no less from Remedy.
When is
but I got to
come
say,
out?
I think my favorite
Fallout.
was Marvel's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
that was incredible. We had these legendary villains are back. We had Rhino, Electro, Vulture. I'm missing some.
This
Who
game,
else were there?
like,
I mean, just one after
you know what I like
another.
about
Electro.
they had an interview the other day,
it was pretty rough.
like,
it was pretty rough. So
we're
we're going to see live gameplay of that in just a minute or two
while
here.
I understand
but I
that,
say
it
we
seems like the
actually
developers
take this moment to announce a new game.
No, I don't understand that. I feel like they're saying it's near the end of the
Hits keep
life
coming.
cycle.
Yeah. So you guys know
because
from
they're starting
software.
to see the sales
Absolutely.
of the
I'm aware
hardware
of
slow
them.
down.
They have created
But
a lot
it
of great
appears,
games over the year.
though,
Well,
from
they have
what
been
we
busy
saw
working on a
tonight, the
PlayStation
developers
VR
are
game.
just getting the hang
And
of
it
what
is
they can do
quite
with
a
this equipment.
departure from the kinds of
And
games that we sort of
now
know
we
them
starting
for,
to
but
see
it's
the good
very, very
software come out.
interesting,
I don't
and
know
I'd like to
when the
see
good software
the
comes
first
out. Does that
footage
mean
of that
it's
right
the
now.
end of the system?
No, when they can't push the technology forward anymore, that means it's the end of the system.
The technology been pushed forward. We saw that tonight.
Exactly. These games have already been worked on and for the most part finished. They said near the end. They didn't say it was over.
So I guess you're saying this is the best that all we can do. I don't know. We'll see.
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy. And live in the world where time stands still. When nobody can see what you're up to ever again.
I don't even know what that says. It's some kind of French shit.
Okay, Decine, that's From Software's new title coming to PlayStation VR. Quite a departure, very artistic. Still don't know a ton about how it actually plays yet, but certainly a compelling debut, I would say. And speaking of compelling, let's get to that Spider-Man. It is time.
We have some folks from Insomniac.
We sure
here.
do.
Brian, Adam, gentlemen,
Hey,
welcome
how
to
you
the
guys
program.
doing?
It's so great to have you here. I just have to say, first of all, thank you guys for giving us your time.
Of course,
this evening.
Happy to be here.
And also, congratulations, kind of closing out some of the show there with Marvel Spider-Man. How does it feel?
It's surreal. We've been working on it for a while, so it's nice to be here. And obviously, we showed you people wanted villains, so we decided we'll give you a lot of villains. And now, and the next question is, can we play the open world? And Adam's gonna show off the New York City.
I mean, I don't know, Sid. What do you think?
Let's dive in.
Yeah,
What are we talking about here?
Get
in there.
We're going to boot up the demo here, and this is essentially one of the first playable demos that you guys are going to be showing off.
Yeah,
of,
that's right.
Spider-Man.
Pretty much. So, I mean, if you think about,
Go ahead, Adam.
Yes,
All right.
the game is. You know, a lot of people were like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like just a linear level? No, like that was our Manhattan, that's our New York City, and it happens to be on like a main story mission. But in between, like something like you saw in the raft, or we showed that back at last E3, you can just swing around New York City and have fun.
Let's go to that footage because we have it running here on the main monitor. We'll go to it in just a second. This is the beauty of the live environment.
Yeah, God.
This is great. I got my own little TV. This is perfect.
Yeah, I got it all.
Adam's doing a fantastic job so far. It's been really good.
So first of all, you're actually playing this right now.
Yeah, right.
And I do want to emphasize how beautiful this game is.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, Brian, tell me a little bit about what you guys want to show us this evening.
So I think, the big thing is, again, I think the part of the Spider-Man fantasy is to swing around New York City and, to have, not only just a great story, but have a bunch of different activities in that world. And we want to, give people who attend E3 an opportunity to experience that. So, obviously it's a big narrative-driven experience, but at the same time, part of that superhero fantasy, especially that Spider-Man experience, is living within New York City and seeing that. So, you know, Adam is he's one of our combat pro players because he's a combat designer, and again, he's just showing off some really awesome stuff that as you get better with the game, obviously, you know, we wanted to have a pick up and play feel, but at the same time, have the level of mastery and to really show off the improvisation that we've really been talking about a lot since we announced the game.
I'm digging this, like sticking dudes to walls and to the floor and stuff. That looks really, really satisfying.
I mean, I think the thing that's been really fun in these last, you know, I would say last 6 months since we got back from the holiday break was every week I feel like I'll take the game home or I'll be playing one night and then I'll come in and say, wow, guys, I didn't know you could do that. So I think there's a lot of that, there's that sandbox nature to it as well. So, I mean, obviously you can, you know, we have, you know, we're going to teach you mechanics, but we want you to experiment with, you know, his acrobatics, his webs, his gadgets, his suit powers. So combining all that stuff really allows for a lot of different gameplay and a lot of, you know, Spider-Man's a very expressive character. We want players to be able to express that, whether it's in traversal or in combat.
It's gorgeous.
These animations, these animations are just
That's what I'm
blowing my
saying.
mind.
It just seems like they're just getting used to it. Like the games are looking incredible at this point.
Did you guys take a lot of lessons from your previous games and really like hone in on those when you were
Oh,
developing?
I mean, I think animation has definitely been one of the hallmarks of our company. You know, from Spyro to Ratchet to Sunset Overdrive. And I mean, you know, I remember when the Sunset Overdrive reviews came out, one person actually wrote, it would be great to see Insomniac make a Spider-Man game, and I was like, see, we should make it.
See,
and I
you,
think we
you
just,
waved your phone around to the whole studio.
Exactly, we took that kind of mentality and we just injected our personality, but also, you know, what do people want, desire from a Spider-Man experience. So, you know, it was really great. As I remember, probably around the end of the year, end of last year, someone wrote an article about the top things they want to see in Spider-Man, and they said they want to feel like an Insomniac game. So I think that's the thing we've been really layering on this last year is to have that, it feels like an Insomniac game as much as it does a Spider-Man game.
And I love this traversal, I mean, just the fluidity of just moving over great distances very quickly. It looks like a lot of fun just moving around, and that's when you know you've got a great game.
Okay, so so you know how I kind of said like experimenting, but like sometimes, you know, I mean, game development, we're in meetings a lot, and then sometimes you just need to like take a break. And what I used to find myself doing was just swinging around New York City. It was almost like therapeutic. It's just kind of like when I play other games, I just walking or running or even taking a car. Just it feels so more natural now just to swing around like Spider-Man. So it's definitely one of those things that has that, again, just like combat, that pick and play feel. But we want players to have a level of mastery as they play and get
What
better.
was that? Hold on a second. That's very interesting what you're saying there.
So like I said, so Adam showed off, I think he showed off the tripwire. It's basically a gadget that you can either attach to a piece of geometry and the enemies walk by, they'll get like grabbed and sucked back. But you can also attach it to an enemy, and if an enemy walks by, they kind of slam into each other.
That is amazing. This is so cool. What's this focus meter about?
So the focus meter is basically, there's kind of a risk reward. As you build focus, you can use it to heal.
Sid's having a religious
experience. It's incredible.
Okay, thank you. The team works really, really hard on it. Really, really hard.
Clearly.
And the idea is the focus is kind of a way to, it's a risk reward. Like I said, you can either heal yourself or you can kind of, if you fill up the bar a certain way, you can actually pull off a finishing move. So, you know, as you play the game, you can kind of say, well, do I want to maybe heal myself real quick, or do I want to wait for that really extravagant move to kind of take the guy out instantly?
Got it.
Brian, a question for you is, obviously Spidey has, as with his experience being under the mask for so many years now.
Yep, 8 years.
Story, 8 years. Thank you. You got to be precise.
I got it. One of the first questions I get is like, is it an origin story? I'm like, no. That was like, after we decided that the webs were definitely attached to the buildings, we decided it's not going to be an origin story.
But you know, back to the combat, I mean, Spidey's experience, he has access to a lot of different techniques and technologies. How do you balance out his experience with the fact that you don't want to overwhelm a player with options, right? You want to make it approachable.
You know, I really, that comes down to our combat team, our traversal team,
like
our
this guy right
designers,
here.
like Adam, and really going, okay, you know, kind of handing that stuff out over the course of the game, you know, finding those right spots where you kind of, okay, we're going to teach you how to punch and how to kick and how to punch guys up in the air and use your webs. But then we layer on things like gadgets and then the suits and the suit powers. And it's kind of giving over time. If we just, you know, one thing with something like E3, you know, we want you to feel great, right? But there's a lot to learn really quickly. So we, it just, normal course development, we kind of find those spots in the game where it makes most sense to teach those mechanics. And then as the game goes on, we want you to master those because the game's only going to get harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Sid, what do you think?
I gotta say, this game is
Beautiful,
looking
right?
absolutely gorgeous. This is, this is just, it was looking spectacular to begin with, but this is on a totally different level. And I can just
we're
see
seeing
that
so much.
I can see that polish, though. That's the thing, and that's what comes out in that final few months of development.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys watched the press conference, right?
Sure.
You saw all those games, those first-party games, and they all have a level of polish. And to be in a press conference with the likes of a Naughty Dog, a Sucker Punch, Kojima Productions, we are very honored to be, and we know there's a certain level of polish that people expect from a PlayStation game, especially a first-party game. So we want to be considered right up there.
Well,
and not to mention also from the Marvel, Marvel fans expect to have that perfect experience.
Of course.
May I just ask real quickly, as we're starting to wind down here, from a personal perspective, what's it like for you and for the team to be able to kind of look up at the big screen and see your game after all that time? How that work?
I'm known as a crier, so it takes a lot for me not to get choked up. Like right now, they're playing the theme song to the game in the background as we're sitting here, this is an amazing industry, and to be part of it is one thing, but to work on something you truly love is something that when you were a little kid thinking, oh my God, could I ever work on a Spider-Man game, let alone be in video games, is just absolutely surreal. I use that word a lot when I describe working on this game, and to work with a group like Sony and work with Marvel, and that feeling is felt by so many Insomniacs. So we couldn't be prouder, and the support we've gotten across the board, not only from Sony, Marvel, but also the fans has been spectacular.
Nice work, Brian. It just looks incredible. There's no other word for it. And
you're flabbergasted.
I really am. It's stunning. Just look at that. How can you not be blown away by that? But we do have a limited amount of time here, Brian. You're an industry veteran. You've been in the industry for a long time. I know this is a lifelong dream for you working on this game. And I want to thank you and Insomniac for making it.
Thank you for having us.
And for coming by as well.
Spider-Man was so awesome that it broke my mic, and I have to use this stick mic now.
I thought you just wanted to look different from all of us.
Yeah, I just wanted to stand out a little bit. Yeah. But Sid, actually, I think a little earlier, we were able to maybe get some footage of some of the amazing experiential stuff that's going on with Spider-Man. Right?
There really is something incredible going on here at this PlayStation E3 showcase. It's on a scale and a scope that we have just never seen before, and so we have people here. They're playing the game. We have a lot of hands-on sessions for folks that are here for the showcase, and the game looks great. But I just love the way this whole. Oh, I know that. I know her.
It was amazing.
There's familiar faces popping up on the stream.
But it's a great event here, and I wish we could get everybody in here to try this out and to just see what has been sort of constructed with Spider-Man and with actually another game we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we're about to talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Why don't you? Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, we have something. We sneakily snuck on a few amazing people onto our program as a helicopter goes by to mark this amazing moment. Nate Fox and Jason Connell to my left and Nate Fox. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
It's really good for you to be here, and I'm so glad you're able to give us some of your time. Yeah. Can I just ask, kind of what we were just talking about with the team from Insomniac, what's it like for you as individuals and as developers to be able to kind of be a part of all of this?
It's amazing. You try so hard to make a video game that you can get lost in, and then to come to E3 where they actually build your game. It's kind of a dream come true that way.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh man, it's amazing. People are excited. You see all the other projects, and everybody's just stoked about all the different games that are up there. And we put a lot of heart and soul into it. So it's just that moment where it shows it is just great.
I think we should show it because we have some of the footage.
I think we do have a little bit of footage hanging around here. So let's check it out. If we can
absolutely. Just hanging around.
It's just doing its thing. Yeah. But this game, first of all, just gorgeous. The art direction is really coming through in an incredible way, but also the technical sophistication as well. We're going to see here in a minute. Here we go. Get into some combat.
Yeah, we have some highlights from the showcase just shown off for the first time.
Look at this. Look at this look. This is gorgeous.
Look at this.
I don't know what else to say about it. I'm flabbergasted.
And maybe, I don't know, Nate or Jason, who wants to take this, but it seems like in these moments of gameplay, there's small vignettes of like a classic samurai film in which you really focus in the player experience, the visuals, the music, all the cues seem to align in harmony. I mean, that must all be very intentional, I can only assume.
It is an orchestra. You know, like it's got to take all these elements, and for even that opening attack, that EI attack, it's about building space before it, having the leads go by, the drum up of music beforehand, and that's what makes it really powerful.
How do you coordinate all those systems? Like
we run in strike teams. We got a lot of multidisciplinary, awesome people working on it. So
yeah, but I mean, you watch a lot of samurai movies, man. I mean,
that's the real answer, actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's that quiet before the storm. It's pretty key to the genre. So just trying to make it real in a video game is our goal.
And I know that authenticity is something that's tremendously important to your entire studio in this game. Do you want to share a little bit about some of the steps, the great steps that your team went through creating that?
Yeah, I feel like we're in a super unique position because we're part of Sony. We have J Studio. We have somebody that would be a producer on our project from J Studio. We've hired some cultural guides. Like I feel like we're in this unique position to help us create this thing. Oh, the Joji screen, that one's a popular one.
This knocked me off.
Sorry to interrupt. No, that's interrupt worthy right there.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit maybe about how you're approaching the sword play? I think that's a really interesting concept here. Like, you don't have to get too far into it. I know the game's still deep in development, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going for lethal precision, where there's not a lot of wasted energy. These are very trained experts, and so every strike, could end a life. So you want to make sure that each one counts. I mean, right now we're allowing these characters to kind of circle each other and talk to each other because it's not just kind of a furball, right? It's studying kendo. We've brought in experts to kind of show us how to do it.
And it shows.
It looks like maybe your team spent 400 years making this one scene. I mean, that's the thing that I would like our audience to remember is that every leaf, every flicker of flame has to be hand-placed by someone at some point in time, unless you had a giant machine AI do it all by itself.
Maybe, I don't know. We have a great team. It's, creating those beautiful moments, the lethal combat, that was the goal. Like, having the visceral combat, that was our goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great to have you guys here. We do have a few more things to get to, right, Sid?
We do. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you for being a part of tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima looking mighty impressive. And
should we look at some of that stuff?
Yeah, so there's a whole experience here built out for folks who are here at the PlayStation E3 Showcase. And we're going to get a little footage out here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at this. So this was that period of time. I know some of these people. This is the period of time when earlier on, when we had that intermission, we had to make a little bit of time for folks to walk from one part of the experience to the next. So you're seeing shots of that right now. Very just special, intimate, and beautiful.
So you showed the trailers,
for folks to walk through there. Again, I wish we could just open the doors for 10 million people to come in here and just kind of get this all up close and personal.
10 million people might be a little more than this venue can handle.
That's right. The fire marshal may have an issue or two with that, but it really is something else, and hopefully these clips here give you a little bit of a taste of what was in store here tonight at the PlayStation E3 Showcase.
And Sid, we sneakily got a few more folks in here to join us for our program. Again, I know, and specifically to talk about those little interstitials that we were seeing during our showcase. And it's my great pleasure to introduce the Media Molecule.
Hi.
Matching outfits.
Matching. We're matchy.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is our great pleasure. I want to point out, and correct me if I'm wrong, the little interstitials we were seeing were all created inside Dreams.
That's
right. That's right. So we just we had no idea what they were going to be shown with the games. So Resident Evil, and then we get to do a little trumpet.
Yeah. The little celeries, and then it's Death Stranding.
No greater wine pairing than the Resident Evil and the fart trumpet.
There we go.
Truly.
I mean, and we had the final word, right? The orange drummer.
Yeah.
We need to give these guys names. If any of your viewers want to name our fruit, that would be awesome.
That'd be great. But yeah, it was really fun because the thing about Dreams is it's really fun.
us to create these little sort of stories and games. And so when we got the opportunity to do something fun for the press conference, it just felt like such a good, you know, like, to do something musical and sort of something that kind of showed off the playful nature.
We're teasing something with that, actually.
We are teasing something. We are. There's a tease
there's method in the madness.
There is
a nice palate cleanser in between each of those, and it kind of kept everybody on their toes. Right. But I actually want to zero in a little bit more on the create mode that you guys are working on, and this is something that is, well, quite frankly, it's absolutely astonishing.
Okay, so I mean,
innovative here.
I mean, we're showing this at E3. It's so exciting for us. We're demoing it on the show floor. We've got press hands-on. So I think Dreams, you can create anything. Literally, people ask me, like, can we make games? Can we make movies? And the answer is always yes. And in fact, tonight we're going to be doing a live music show made in Dreams and puppet show.
Okay, I was about to say, are you going to play music live?
We are going to play tonight, and hopefully we'll find a way to get it out onto the internet.
We're debuting our new band, The Molecules.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and they are literally
perfect.
They will be using the Create tools that you're watching right now to perform a 15-minute live gig. I don't think anyone knows about this. Even the people out there in the garden haven't realized yet.
We're spoiling it for the folks at home.
Yeah, man, it's going to be big.
And I just want to point out is the footage that the folks at home are seeing right now. The seamless nature of the kind of create and the play, you know, functionality of Dreams it cannot be overstated.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. Even if you don't think that you're a game creator, even if you've never thought about game designing, if you've played games, you can do this. If you can play a platform game, if you can play our story, then you can do this. You can create your own, you can upload, and then you can share incredible levels in like 10 minutes. We're doing a demo this week at E3 where we create gameplay for a whole level in like 20 minutes, including music. You can compose your own music.
Awesome.
You can do the gameplay. You can animate. You can record voiceovers. The whole thing on a PlayStation.
And just to clarify, sorry to interrupt, is this two people both playing at once?
Yeah, it's co-op, so we're showing co-op gameplay.
Multiple controllers, you can jam together, and it's quite funny because one of you can be testing and then another one can be getting the jump height right or whatever it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just love Dreams, and I literally haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah, well,
come
over.
over.
Thank you so much.
But the idea really has been, like, what you're seeing is really this easy nature of just like picking and placing, because I think one of the things that sometimes people get a bit scared of, like, the idea of the blank canvas, but actually what I love about Dreams is it's just this idea of just choice. Like, every day people make choices. You put your clothes on, you might choose where you put a poster in your bedroom, and Dreams is very like that. All you're really doing is, like, here they're seeing like this sort of Instagram effect. You can take a scene and be able to very quickly change it so that it looks really different, and you're adding your own mark.
And then the pièce de résistance is that all of this stuff which gets made gets uploaded, and if you just want to sit back on your sofa and enjoy an unending stream of madness of the PlayStation 4 players' creations, you can, and we sort of present it to you in a stream of who knows what it's going to be like. I mean, that's what's so exciting. You know, the beta is coming this year, so we will be starting to see what the creativity of PlayStation gamers really means for Dreams.
That's excellent. So beta coming this year for Dreams.
That's right.
And you know, I've said this before, I'll say it again about Dreams. In my maybe 20 years of being in the industry, I've never seen anything so
thank you.
Just innovative and progressive and just potentially just game changing. So
thank you.
Hats off to you. I mean, this must have been an absolute labor of love.
It
really is. Yeah.
It's the Molecules gone mad.
It is. Yeah. Big cheers to the team. We've gone mad. Big cheers to the team back home, because, you know, people really put their hearts and souls into Dreams to really get it to the point where you are moving between these different disciplines. And right now we have a studio that jams together in a way they've never jammed together before. We have, like, musicians actually just jamming with animators to actually make animation. And I think that's one of the things we're really starting to see is these different workflows, and that just, you know, that's been one of the things we've really wanted to get that right. So I can't wait to see, like, people create all different types of genres of games and really almost, like, just come up with completely new ways of playing. I think
we're showing some of that E3. Liam made a text adventure, and we're like, what? You can do a text? I didn't even know you could do that.
Wow.
I mean, that's like
that's amazing.
I know,
I mean, we saw what the community did with Little Big Planet.
Right.
And now imagine if you just, like, by a Googleplex multiplied the functionality, right?
Yeah. Like, raise it to the millionth power.
Specifically
It's unbelievable, and I want to thank both of you for coming by, and congratulations.
Thank you very much for having us.
Showcase.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to see more of this.
Stay tuned for more on the gig later on.
All right, we're hearing more.
And Sid, I think we had a couple of VR games.
We did.
You know, take a look at those earlier this
We did.
evening.
We had Trover Saves the Universe, which was announced during the showcase, and we had some great stuff, Tetris Effect, earlier in the week as part of Countdown to E3, and a lot of other great stuff too. So let's take a look at the latest from PlayStation VR.
but they're not pushing on that. So it wasn't. You don't see it.
Sorry, Panicked. I've never seen anything like it before. Welcome to the Vanguard. Try not to die.
Block out the sun, the least you could do is fetch me some coolant.
Now just a taste of what is coming to PlayStation VR, and I want to point out really quickly, Creed Rise to Power, boxing game using 2 moves on VR. One of the most intoxicating experiences I've had in VR.
Oh.
It almost felt like boxing is like the perfect fit for the VR medium, because you got the leaning, you can dodge.
Oh God, I'm going all over
Careful, Ryan.
Oh my God, I was in danger for a second. I have to give a quick shout out to Bathtub Guy. I mean,
That was the best.
let's just put one out there for Bathtub Guy.
That's also
I hope that 711 gets it really quickly.
711.
Oh, Squanch.
Yeah.
And also
That was
remember,
Squanch.
earlier in the week, Ben Studio gave us another look at Days Gone and their release date. They did.
February
22nd. Outstanding. Very good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
So
due on
let's talk a
February
little bit
22nd.
about the venue we've
Anthem
got
and
here.
Days
It takes an army practically to create the kind of experience that we had here tonight for members of the press and community. So I want to talk a little bit about that.
Two on February
And
22nd.
well, actually, rather
Days
than talk
Gone
about it, let's just
and,
show it. We have a great video that shows how it was all put together.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Just a really cool look there at what it took to create this experience here tonight, and thank you to everybody who was involved, to everybody who watched. But we're just getting started here, actually. We have a lot more to come this week. We are here at the showcase. We're seeing a little footage of that right now. But tomorrow, we are going to move to the LA Convention Center and E3 proper, where...
At live.playstation.com?
Well, I mean...
in Los Angeles?
I watched that.
I didn't know what I was supposed to say.
PlayStation Live from E3.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You know, the thing you worked on.
Yeah, the thing that I worked on, but I didn't know what the quest was.
Ryan, you packed the schedule.
Yeah,
you
you
got a lot of great games, a lot of great guests.
Content.
Want to apologize to all the crew, but I appreciate all the help that they're going to put us on. But yeah, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, that's on Tuesday, we're going to be starting our big PlayStation Live from E3. And here's a little bit of the schedule.
Okay,
let's analyze this closely here.
Look at
Spyro, that's
Look at
good.
this.
People are going to be into
Ooh,
that.
Concrete Genie. I'm actually excited to get a little closer look at that one too.
More Marvel Spider-Man, Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil 2.
If it was amazing and potentially on the showcase this evening, chances are we're going to take a look at it again tomorrow and Wednesday.
A deeper, closer look at it.
A deeper, closer look.
Death Stranding panel.
That's right.
Where you will only end with more questions.
More questions. And let's take a look at Wednesday while we're at it here. We've got a lot going on Wednesday, starting off with a lot of VR.
Yes, so starting at 10 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday morning, you are going to see over an hour of PlayStation VR content. Again, we are going to go rapid fire on that, so hosts, please be prepared. We're going to be talking about Tetris Effect, Ghost Giant, Creed, Vacation Simulator.
That's a fun one. I got a chance to try that, yeah.
And Firewall 0 Hour, there is a lot to look at. And then, of course, leading through the rest of the day, all the way till 5 p.m., we have a ton of great games coming up, amazing interviews, and a lot more for folks watching at home. Again, you can continue watching live.playstation.com for all that.
Or Twitch. Twitch.tv/PlayStation or YouTube.com/PlayStation. Don't make me go through all of it.
There's so many places.
There's so many.
Just come back and watch.
Come back and watch. We've got a lot more going on starting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. But to all of you out there who watched us here tonight and watched the PlayStation E3 showcase, whether you were in your home, on your phone, or in a theater somewhere in the United States, Latin America, or Canada, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This concludes our live stream of the PlayStation event. It was amazing.
That it was.
It was amazing. We have so much to talk about. I cannot wait to do our video. We're going to go get cracking on it right